Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a new episode of Stellar Tactics. And it's an episode I can start with some great news, which is Chapter 3 has been released just a couple of days earlier, to be precise, on October 3rd. And I'm recording this slightly after, which means not that long ago. One of the things that changed is this: Aznari ether objects stacked as a stash. So if I bring up my inventory and the stash, we have 43 items in it. And if I look at this, we have 5 stone, 6 relics, and 16 shards. They're all stacked. This used to be 22, 27 spots, means 80 out of the 200 slots were already in use. No, not 80, 77, because it's still free. So 16, 22, 27 on, hang on, 16, 22, 27 on top of the 40, 67. So a big improvement on that one. But there's more. First of all, we don't have to deal with a wipe. So I can continue my game without a problem. That's big news. That's great news, because I also play games which actually do wipe the save. Aska, I think, has been doing that once or twice, and I'm streaming that, and some other games did as well. So that's good news. Now, chapter 3 will begin with the mission. When the mission, The Truth About Jensen, is completed. We haven't been to that point yet. So basically, it's not as much, which means the moment after that, if people enter FTL, we should get a new mission. And I won't mention the name of that mission, but there will be one to be released. So that's one thing. Then, combat in Chapter 3 really ramps up. You will need to use all the tools you have, including azimuth, psionics, and a large number of grenades. As far as space goes, there is mandatory space combat, so equip those ships with the best gear you can find. And what's recommended is a heavy fighter or a larger cargo vessel with good shields, armor, and weapons. In other words, the idea I had to buy this ship wasn't a bad one. I didn't know this previously. But considering we do have a medium fighter right now, is good. And the idea I had to get ourselves a heavy attacker is even better. So with that in mind, I may actually... Oh, not here. May have to move that slider, by the way. So that's one thing. We don't have achievements yet, but the developer is working on it. He is also working on a localization, but it's machine translated, so anybody willing to help can actually send an email to him. And I'm not going to mention that email here, but you can find it in the news post of the Stellar Tactics part on the Steam forum. So that's the big news. Then the roadmap. we will get achievements. Unique named weapons are going to be put in. Better mission guidance, a crew mission system, send idle crew members on missions. And I think that would be a very nice addition. Because at some point I have my ground crew, and some of my ground crew are also using the ship weapons. But suppose that I find a crew member having 40 in mining. I won't put Jeffrey DeMarco there. I will actually put that particular person on mining because that would give me much more benefit. That also means that when the ship is in orbit or landed and Jeffrey DeMarco is on a ground mission, I have a pilot and a miner slash weapon person available to do missions, which would be quite nice. Or the other way around, I can, for instance, send Jeffrey DeMarco on a ground mission while I'm fighting a space battle. So idle crew members can be sent on mission. The expanded mission variety, so there are coming more variety of existing mission types and more ways to acquire missions. Tutorials will be simplified, mini tutorials that guide players through the interface and systems. Additional keybinds will be added, community requests, things like ship transfer between stations, looking into Overwatch, but there's no promises, polish, tweaks, bug fixes. So that's next. Then there is a general patch notes and there are a lot of stuff being fixed. So I will only do the first part. Updated, you can now name your ship. Oh, hang on. Select the ship name at the top of the upper left side of the ship UI. Ship UI. Look, there's a mouse button. Ship name. So I can actually name my ship right now. And if I do this, it will show as ship name, which isn't the thing. Press the green check mark to commit the name to the ship. Your ship's name will be displayed at the top of this screen whenever you open the ship UI. This is a medium fighter. So that means I will name it after an aircraft, which is also a medium fighter. And one that comes to mind is a two-engined fighter from World War II. I won't use the fabricant's name, but I will use the name of what it had. The de Havilland Mosquito was a fighter which was quite impressive. So I will use that one. Another one I could actually use for this, but I will do that for another one. The heavy one will be the Black Widow. The Northrop Black Widow, which was actually one of the first dedicated night fighters, developed as night fighter, very heavily armed, etc., etc. The cargo ships will have another name and a Mace AK-7 eventually too. But this will be Mosquito because it will bite as a mosquito. So that's one of the things that's updated. Then, as we already noticed, Aznari is the inventory object, now stacking inventory and stash by type. The game will parse your existing inventory and stack any shards it finds. So we just had that. When crafting weapons, the default state of the weapon slider bar is now level 1. So you always craft level 1 weapons. Update. In space combat, enemy shield regeneration boosted in hard mode. Which probably means if you're fighting in hard mode, the enemy shield will even regenerate faster. Let's see, update in combat, selecting crew portraits at the top of the screen and portraits in the turn order list will now center the camera on that target. Okay, so we got three ways to get to our target right now. Q and portraits, the two versions of portraits for our team and the two versions of portraits for the monsters. Then in the early part, Jensen's door on the Dauntless, the scripts are rewritten with multiple redundancies, including iterative checks that the player had actually completed both 1. Cleared the deck and 2. Gathered Ramos logs. Jensen's door will not open until both of these missions have been completed. Updated the mission text for both missions to so requirement, both objectives complete, is clear. Ramos' logs have been moved from his room to various locations around the deck in the lab area. So there is a little bit more exploring involved. Updated. You can now cancel. Really? Yep. You can now cancel boarding missions from Festus. This can be done in space by selecting the boarding mission in the objective list. A new button is displayed, cancel mission. Yep. And will remove the current mission from the list. Festus will offer you a new mission after some time. Cancel mission. Because that CG2 was very hard to find. Update. When you roll over the log window, the background is now opaque. Oh, actually, oh, hang on. Log. Well, but I'm not sure which one he means, but never mind. It's changed. Update. When expanding the log window in space, the objective tracker is hidden. Collapsing the log window will display the tracker. But I'm not in space, we're in FTL. Besides, I have to go there. So let's do that too. When using fast travel on the FTL map, star systems when you arrive at your destinations load much faster. Well, we weren't fast traveling.
FTL drive
We're
disengaged.
entering the system. When a log is looted, a new pop-up displays the name, date, subject, and entry. The log is still stored in the log L data tab for review. The UI displays the first log entry. If there are multiple log entries, a message is displayed letting you know additional entries are in the data of the log screen. This is a little bit complicated. Probably this. This is data, missions completed. A this one popped up the moment I did Why do I have a portal there? Never mind. Scan. I'm not really certain what that means when a log is looted. Then a lot of fixes which I'm not even going to read out. But the major things have been addressed. So, with that done, it's time to concentrate on our mission. Which means that we're still looking for the Fate's communication arrays and for the ruins itself. This is a very barren system actually. Free mining nodes. "46. Right, let's move out. We are going to be under attack at some point. There you are. Probably. Scavers. And a vagabond. Let's see. 4 turrets, gauss, plasma, ion, and missile. Rover Mark 1. Laser beam missile.
Warning, shield.
This is not going to be an easy fight. Because it's 2 cargo ships. The only good news I have is that I may be able to destroy that faster as I thought I could. If not, yeah, that first ship is actually the biggest problem. That one. That one has a skull. My shields are already down? What the heck? Plasma ion missile. Yeah, screw it. I'm not going to deal with this. Because I will certainly be destroyed if I deal with that. I mean, if I see how fast Everything is going down. 3 ships. I can deal with 2 ships. I can't deal with 3 ships, not in this state. They're too heavy, too dangerous.
Landing.
Problem solved. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. This has remained the same. Okay. This wasn't actually going the way I hoped it would. Because I don't mind ship combat. But I do mind ship combat in unfair conditions. Although I can't actually call it unfair because I said it like that. This is very, very quiet. And I don't like that at all. There are the monsters. A little bit too close though. Oh well, can't have all. By the way, Overwatch system that's mentioned is actually something like ambushing.
No problem.
Meaning I could actually set my troops to get in an ambush situation when they have to go through a door, for instance. That only one person triggers the fight, the other ones are still slightly hidden, and the moment the monster moves towards the what's his name? Team member, the ambush is triggered. It's hitting the wrong person. That's weird. Better said the wrong monster. poison. Very big area. Yep. Where is it coming from? That way? Doesn't look like it. Or that way? So this works. That works too. Okay. It doesn't work for the monsters. So this is one of the situations where the Overwatch setting would be nice. Setting up here, he's got the regular spread that way. Everything moving through the arc will be shut. Which actually works better for the ones being more ranged, like the rifle guys. Like this, bang. So in Overwatch I could have fired 1, 2, 3 shots. Shotgun skill. 52, next perk is at 55. Useless. Well, no, not useless. Not being used by me. differently this time. Down. Again, poison. Only 5% to cripple, which isn't that much. Bug. Good. Ah, no. No. Nope. 6. Heal. 6. Heal. Switch. Reload. Curious. No, those don't stack. Well, that saves me from looking for other items. Shoot. I wasn't counting on that. This time, things will be better. Let's blow off some horns. actually checking. And we cleared the entire area already. Was actually checking for any crates. Oh, this is the exit. Right. Not what I was expecting to encounter. A lot of drones currently. But we looted everything here, so let's go to the next room. See how far we can get today. Should be able to do the second one as well. Of course, depending at how large it is. And what we will encounter. One, two, three, four. No matter what I do, it will cost one step. No, hang on. Damn it. Oof.
They never learn.
One of those situations again where ambush would be wonderful. Too far away. But they're going to solve that for me. Of course. better the skill, it's not just an increase in my accuracy and everything else. Also, range-wise, they're getting better. Well, that has to do with accuracy, but my hit chance will be increasing, which is, yeah, very nice, of course. Skill improved. Just so now it's 95%, while previously it was 0. And that's the wrong target. So better rifle skill, okay. We'll see about that in a bit. If I'm actually able to. So better rifle skill. 69. One more point. And we get the next with the bleed increase chance. 5% to damage and 10% chance to make enemies bleed. So considering it stacks, it's 5, it's 10, it's 15, 20% to damage now. 5 bleed, 10% to bleed, and that one is 20% to bleed. So everything is increasing with the next skill, which will take a while. I also need to check the inventory now, because it's likely it's getting full. There's great, finally. Let's see. Not yet. Okay. Credits 8 million. Not that much to worry about, I think. We need at least 12 more for a heavy attack ship. Which also means that I have to make sure that my crafting skill for weapons and other stuff is also up to date. And in particular, not just up to date, but high enough so I can craft green or the blue ones. So the exceptional and the rare ones. One of the things I can focus on is range, especially for turrets. Something in here. One, two, three, four. Okay. If I let him crouch, he probably won't be able to see them. If I move in here, he will. That may be blocking. The normal shot is doing more damage as the snipe.
Take him out!
One down. 1, 2, 3, 4. That corner. See him. Okay. He can do a twirl attack. One down. Ignore him. Get him. 23, so I have to start looking if he's able to use another weapon in the pit. Hmm. Bad shot. See if I'm able to cripple the bugger. Hobbled. No, I said cripple. And gone. Thank you, lady. That's the way we have to go. Reloads. And everything is full right now. Oh, hang on. Stash, how much? 89. Oh. Likely from there too. So nothing from that area. Only that one. Oh, come on. Funny, he doesn't spot that one. Even more funny, I'm all of a sudden hitting the one I didn't see. I should have moved her forward. No, never mind. Now she's completely useless for 2 turns. Oh, well, in a way I'm lucky. Let's get him first. And let's try to hit him at the arms. Rifle skill improved. Also 69. Poor little guy. Ooh. Health pack. And now I'm going to do something I should have done before. Stash weapons single-handed. Level 1. Level 22. And I'm currently 44 to 70, 44 to 61. So actually this one is worse. 25. Two-handed. So what he currently has, that's the starter one. So what he currently has is the best. Okay. I think this area is slightly larger as I thought it would be. Nothing over there. So we're not just explorers, we're also grave robbers and all that. Only 3. Got a double skull guy. Can't hit him. Can't hit that one. Second time I hit the wrong button. Well, 54% is still better than nothing. Quite a heavy caliber too, when you're doing that amount of damage. I also thought this was disabled. Apparently not. And then she's doing a crit. What is her skill? SMGs. Not even that high. I mean, she still needs to go to 25. So I'm 5 accuracy, 2% chance to hit. Well, it was helpful. Checked that already. Tricky. The door before the final turn. People would very easily take the door, wondering why they haven't been killing everything available. Only to find out that it is because there's a small area after the door. Ay, ay, ay. Stupid. One. You won't hit me again. The this rate, I should get lots of small health packs at some point. See, the area is green now. Like I said, very nasty to put a couple of monsters after the door. But we did 3 rooms, which is quite a lot actually. So let's see what we got here. Big area with some side path on both sides. Clockwise.
No problem.
We'll see about that. Because it says 4, but I only have 3 visible right now. One down. see movement, but I don't see where it's from. Now I know. %, or wasting ammo at 95. Wasn't able to get him, otherwise I'd done that. Okay. No green areas. Would surprise me if we actually had that after one fight. Very long corridor. And if my assumptions are correct, it will go around and we can end up over there, do the same thing on the other side. Locked area. Hey, no monsters. Well, my assumption was correct. And that's something I should have known. It's all getting so thick. Oh, 8 piece. Not going to waste that ammo of the minigun if I can avoid it. Still not green, by the way. Okay, this part is completely done. I'm going to do the same thing going back. Because if things are mirrored, which is likely, we will encounter two groups of monsters. So we'll see. First part is empty, so just around the corner, as they sang from Cockraven. Nope. Yep. 5. Okay. Who's number 1? He. Lots of hover. What I want is resistances, poison and lightning. One. This is going to be a close combat. Okay. I got some stuff for that. Lightning and poison. Okay. Next one, he. Still weird that they take him out. Well, he is actually the most dangerous one. %95 chance to hit. Huh. Lightning. Okay. And we cleanse the entire area. Good. That means the last area will be done in the next episode. But first, healing up. One more. Reload. Looks like there's nothing left behind. Okay. That way. to the door. Let's see if this is a small one. Because if it is, I might as well do it now. No, it isn't. Not by the look of things. No, I'm not going to do this today. We did 4 rooms, which is quite a lot. Took me a little bit longer as normal, so in a way that's good. If I actually press the right buttons, then things will even be better. So next episode we will continue. I will certainly work on this because we're going to need that. I will try to focus more on space battle at some point. And hopefully we're also able to actually do a few more things. Not just this one. But also I have to do this, by the way, remove system, add the system notes. Done. It's not completely done yet, but we'll see. So next episode we will do this room and then hopefully, but that's more depending on my drones, seeing how those go. They will be active for a while. So that may take a while, but we'll see. For now, thanks for watching, and I do hope you've been enjoying it. I did. I certainly did. We've got the patch notes. We know what to expect for the last chapter. And it's something to work to. So we'll see what's going to happen in the upcoming weeks. For now, have a good week, everybody, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.